guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is day 32 out of devotionals, out of this devotional book. Let's get started. To God belong wisdom and power, counsel and understanding are His. Job 12:13. God's mind goes deeper than His knowledge. He doesn't just know every nook and cranny of everything everywhere. God also possesses perfect wisdom. So what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is about facts. God knows all things actual and possible. That's His omniscient. That's His omniscient. Knowledge. But wisdom is about the application of knowledge. Not only does God know all the facts, but He has chosen the best plan, the best goals, and the best ways to achieve these goals. If this feels a bit like big truth that has nothing to do with real life, keep reading. God's wisdom means you, adored daughter of God, can trust in Him. You can trust in His plan for the world and in His plan for your life. You can and should rely on God's wisdom because His wise plans based on His perfect knowledge are always the best. Sorry, I kind of had to wake up a little bit before I started my video because I was tired when I woke up. But here I am. But let's get to it. And we shouldn't be relying on people to give us wisdom. We shouldn't be relying on the world to give us wisdom on situations that we're dealing with. Instead, we need to rely on God's wisdom. We need to rely on God, and we should be asking God for His wisdom instead of asking the world for wisdom, because the world's not going to give us not that it won't, but it's not going to be as good of advice as it would be if it were from the world. But the wisdom from God is a lot better, because the wisdom of God is definitely something that we're going to need through the tough times, and definitely something we're going to need through situations that we're facing. And sorry. but yeah, God knows. He knows all everything about, He knows oh, sorry, I'm kind of slow today because I kind of just woke up not too long ago, and it's kind of early, but I am doing this. But yeah, God's mind goes deeper than His knowledge. But God also possesses perfect wisdom. He does. He sure does. And I'm getting out of these main points out of here. Before I go into more detail. God knows all the facts. But God also has chosen the best plan, the best goals, and the best ways to achieve those goals for our lives. And we can always trust in God's plan for the world and God's plan for your life. But most importantly, we can trust in God on anything possible. We can always trust in God. And yeah, it's true. God's wisdom, God's knowledge is the best, instead of wisdom and knowledge from the world, because it's the advice that they give, it's not always going to be the advice we need to hear. the advice that the world gives, the wisdom and knowledge the world gives might not be knowledge and wisdom that we need, that will be right, that will be like that will help us through those tough situations, that will benefit us, that will be actually wise, that will actually be good wisdom or good knowledge. It might actually be turn out to be bad wisdom and bad knowledge from the world, and we can't be always relying on the world, because at the end of the day, sometimes like the world's gonna throw obstacles at us, and it's gonna throw obstacles that we have to try to overcome, and it's like we need to rely on God, and we can't do that if we're just focusing on what the world is giving us. We can't do that if we are focused on what the world is providing for us, and we're focused on the things of the world when we should be focused on the things of up above. What God is providing for us. We should be focusing on God, most importantly, and we just need to give that to God. Every single thing. And I know that's not easy, but at the end of the day, we need to be trusting God over the world. And I'm going to tell you now that God has a plan for you, and He's going to use you. And you might not feel like it right now, but trust me, God's going to use you, and He has a plan for you. And it is so amazing. If you knew what God's plan was for you, you'd burst into joy. I know you would. Like, I know you'd be so happy. Like, God is slowly revealing to me His plan for my life, and I am just slowly bursting into joy myself. It's like, wow. It's just so amazing how you're waiting for something to happen, and it actually happens, and it is so amazing. Like, something incredible and amazing happens in your life, and it's just like, wow. It's just so amazing. And wait, I'm looking at the wrong devotional. Sorry, my bad. This is how tired I am. But our goals shouldn't be focused on the world, but they should be focused on what God wants, not what we want, because obviously our flesh is not from God. Our sinful flesh is not from God. That's from the devil. And we don't want to live for the devil. We want to live for God. So the goals that we should want should be focused on what God wants for us and what's best for us. But I gotta get going because I feel like my mom's probably gonna come in and get my sister ready for school. Sorry. Well, it's kind of long enough anyways. I kind of like making it short. Well, if it's like close to the time for school, but if it's early, then I try to extend it. But I gotta get going, but I hope you enjoyed the devotional. God spoke to you. Stay tuned for next devotional. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and turn on those. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, stay tuned for all my videos. And again, I hope you enjoyed this devotional. God spoke to you. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.